Howdy folks, and welcome back to She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Today we're going to be finishing up what Netflix claims to be Season 2, with Season 2, Episode 7, simply titled Reunion. No, we're not playing Final Fantasy VII today, and I don't quite know what the reunion's going to be. I spouted off a couple ideas last time, whether it's going to be Hordak with the space people that he's trying to contact, or Shadow Weaver with Hordak or other people from the Horde, or even maybe going back to Mysticor. That's pretty much the only two reunions I can think of. At first, when I first saw the title, I was thinking like Catra and Adora, kind of, but they've met back up this season, so I don't think it's them. Regardless, I'm excited to see what this has in store for me. Curious to see if this is going to be a bigger episode, or if it just happened to be an episode where things got cut. I would hope that Netflix would have used some kind of rhyme or reason, given that they knew one was going to have to be 6, one was going to have to be 7. If this isn't a huge episode, I might as well have seen them split it after the Light Spinner episode last time, because that felt, like a big change for the status quo of the show, with Shadow Weaver getting out of her cell, with Catra kind of realizing like maybe she is beyond redemption. She's played me for a fool, maybe for the last time, maybe not for the last time, who quite knows. But hey, we'll be the judge of that after we watch this one. So fairly short intro today. Let's scooch over and get ready to watch this thing, as I take this opportunity to thank you for watching me watch this thing. Make sure you do all the YouTube things like I always say. They say you're supposed to remind people every video, so sorry if this is old hat, if you've heard this now for the 12th, 19th time or so. Sorry, but you're going to hear it again. Do all the YouTube things. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you see when more of these come out. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of this video, of the episode. Fake spoilers for Season 3 and beyond. Anything you want to tell me. And as always, if you'd like to see this episode or any other episode of She-Ra uncut, unedited, and earlier than the main feed, that is, head over to the Patreon link in the description below. It's the best way to monetarily support the channel, but as always, I'm glad that you're just here watching on YouTube. With all that being said, let's do the dang thing. She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, Season 2, Episode 7, Reunion. Starting up in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, God, I wish I knew how to read.
Serenia Portal Mara. Maybe Mara's last name is Serenia.
Doubt it. Or Mara's gonna come out of the portal, and then we are gonna have 2 She-Ras. Oh, that shit turned red.
No! Was that today? This can't be happening, not now! No.
Where's this little sanctum that he's just chilling at, like, all by himself?
Adora,
Oh!
get up! Oh, what's going on?
Yo, she keeps that thing on her, even in her sleep. Right, I gotta figure out what line I'm gonna sing. I think I know. Let's see if I can hit it. Season finale, I got it, right? And we must be brave. That was alright, I guess. My tea for today is rooibos, by the way. Before I forget. So preoccupied with figuring out what line I was gonna sing, and then I did it quite poorly, actually. So, forgive me for that.
He must have left after he shot that note through my window.
The note that says, "I'm fine, don't follow me."
He's not fine. We have to follow him.
It's obviously a coded bait message.
So, where does Bo go when he's not at Bright Moon?
Nowhere! He never leaves!
Bo really values his privacy. He's never talked about his past or where he came from. Never.
That seems like a setup for a future episode of the show.
Bo definitely came this way, judging from the broken twigs, the sap, and his incredibly distinct footprints.
Not the hearts and the souls. No, I thought the sap in the trees was gonna be like he ate like a peanut butter sandwich or something and just like smeared like a trail of like peanut butter, or I think peanut butter and honey is something people do sometimes, right? Like he smeared like a trail of honey like on the things, like just like, oh, I gotta clean my hands after eating the sandwich. What's the best way to do that? I guess the trees will do. I can just see Bo doing that. It's like, he definitely came this way.
What is that place?
A temple. Another First One's ruin that we somehow haven't discovered.
Have to find Bo and get him out of this. The library?
Library. Bo doesn't know how to read. Whomst? Oh, what the fuck?
Bo, I'm so glad we found you.
What is he wearing?
Here to break you out.
maybe that setup for that future episode is the setup for today's episode, actually.
What have they done to you?
No, not the midriff.
You guys shouldn't be here. You need to leave now before.
Parents?
Who's there? Who are these people?
This is Adora and Glimmer, my friends from the academy. Adora, Glimmer, meet my dads.
Oh.
Dora. Glimmer.
Oh, we're so happy to finally meet both school
Aw.
friends.
I see where he gets it from. Also, one of his dads kind of looks a little like Seahawk. I see that mustache.
Bring all reports directly to me. No one else. I want patrols doubled. And above all...
Oh shit. I can't tell if that's just her fucking with Catra or if Catra's just like
Yes.
thinks that she'd be fucking with her and is starting to hallucinate. Also, I like that Scorpia is a force captain too, but she's like standing with everybody else like at attention.
I said move!
I guess technically Catra does outrank her, but just to see her standing next to the rest of the grunts. Starting to feel like we're not friends anymore. The first couple notes of that sounded like the Jurassic Park theme. Da 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 da.
You want anything, you just tell me and I'll get it. You want snacks? I'll get you snacks.
Yeah, one of his dads. I can't tell if that's supposed to be another reference to the 80s Bo. Oh god, he is
You'll
knocking
need to
back
see our
that tea.
collection of First One's artifacts.
Oh. Well, cheers, everybody. Cheers for the tea.
Oh, Bo has an older
Mine's
brother?
still a little too hot to drink.
Youngest of 13. All historians just like us.
13.
Bo, when he graduates and takes over the library, right, Bo?
Oh. Ugh.
Don't bother, Lance. It looks like he's not very chatty today.
Bo, Lance. What's the other one's name? Some kind of a weapon. Dirk?
Just wait till we show you the oldest part of our collection. A shard from an ancient, defunct runestone.
Oh.
Wasn't of historical value. That thing would be long gone. No need to keep a reminder of the princesses and their war here.
Oh. About that.
You're too young to remember the first failed Princess Alliance.
Ooh.
I'm not. I enlisted, fought for what I thought was right.
Dad, can we not?
And when I came home, there was nothing left of my village but ash.
Bo, what is going on?
Adora with like the
My
popcorn.
dads don't know I'm a rebellion fighter. They think I'm at boarding school and I'm supposed to be on break right now.
So this is why you never talked about your past? I thought it was because it was dark and painful for you.
It is dark and painful for me.
I secretly taught myself archery, ran away, and pretended I was at a made-up boarding school.
Of course.
That seems really elaborate, Bo.
Very logical.
And if Lance knew I didn't want to be a historian, worse, if George knew that I'm a
Ah,
rebellion
it's
soldier
George.
fighting alongside
Ah.
princesses?
We were so close to the weapon trifecta. I mean, I'm assuming Bo's not his real name. I mean, it might be like maybe that's why he taught himself archery. Like he just thought it was it's something I have to do. It's my namesake. Oh man, I thought like with Lance and Bo being their names. Now I'm not quite sure if they actually referred to him as Bo, his dad's. Yeah, I thought we were going to go for the trifecta of weapon names. And so I was like, what's another name that is weapon like? And I was like, I need it to be Dirk. But George? You almost had it. Writers, hire me to touch up your scripts a little bit. That could have been so good. And then, retroactively, I could have had an Oracle moment. George?
So you're just gonna lie to them forever.
Not forever.
Just as long as they live, which should be another maybe 30, 40 years.
Besides, my dads have the biggest collection of First One's artifacts and writings in Etheria.
Yeah, Adora's gonna learn something from those.
By the way, I may have said in my letters that Glimmer is a physics major, Adora is an art major, nobody is a princess or has magical powers, and we all met freshman year.
Oh.
Let's go.
But what year are you supposed to be? Well, this is fun. I feel like, sorry for another quick pause, but I feel like this is one of those like episodes that I feel like if we consider the Bo, Glimmer, and Adora stuff to be the A plot of the episode, I feel like this is one of those things that like you know, under normal circumstances would be just a fun, happy time adventure. We met Bo's dads and hilarity ensued as he lied to them throughout the whole episode. But I just know that at the end we're going to learn something, given the fact that they have all the first one's artifacts. So I'm not completely writing this off because, like I said, I'm assuming we're going to learn something. And then here, this B plot is less interesting to me, but it also feels more important, at least up front. But I feel like we're probably not going to get too much else out of this. Maybe Catra starting to further alienate herself from Scorpia and obviously the rest of everybody else, and kind of take on more of the burden, kind of like we see Adora do all the time. You know, when Adora was the big, like, kind of chosen one at the Horde, you know, she felt like she had to lead. She feels like she has to lead in the Princess Rebellion because she is She-Ra, right? Whereas now Catra is starting to shun everyone away and feel like I have to be the perfect one. I can't let Hordak down. I have to, you know, do all this on my own, basically. Their kind of arcs are starting to converge a little bit for like completely different reasons. And I don't know if I'm just reading a little too much into that, but even if I am, I think it's quite interesting.
Listen, I've been looking for anything suspicious, just like you said, but this is a fright zone, so that's pretty much everything. I was hoping you could just tell me what I'm supposed to be looking for.
You wouldn't need me to. Now get out!
The worst thing is, she could just straight up tell Scorpia, look for Shadow Weaver, and Scorpia would be like, hell yeah, I'm in for
What
it.
are you doing?
I'm messing up your perfectly made bed.
Just let all your cares go. You're safe. You're safe here.
Stop it! Stop! Let
You're
go
safe
of
here,
me! Are
okay?
you crazy?
There's nothing we can't handle.
I lost Shadow Weaver.
Okay, there we go, she told her. I was debating whether or not to say, God, I wish that were me.
Well, you don't have to do this alone. I'm here. And I bet Entrapta
See,
can whip up
exactly
some
like I was
sort of
saying.
No! Entrapta spends all her time with Hordak and is bad with secrets.
Oh, fucking horrible with secrets.
We'll find Shadow Weaver, the two of us, and not a word of it will leave this room.
Uh-oh, you little shit. That little guy. Oh, this is gonna go horribly for Catra.
And this tablet dates back over 2 millennia.
Oh, very
This
artsy.
is where Bo played pretend as a little boy.
Okay, so his name is Bo. Also, the very, very dad-coded with the socks and sandals.
As first one's historians, do you know anything about the lore of She-Ra?
Ah, great question.
No.
But we think the name was actually Hera.
Well, that's not right.
She'd fight for the power of Grayskull
It's for the honor of Grayskull.
and rode on a dragon.
Oh, that's certainly an upgrade from
Wait,
Swiftwind.
you got a dragon? I wish I had a...
Yeah, I wish she had a dragon too. Send Swiftwind off to the glue factory.
The Runestone Shard. It's the oldest First One's object in our collection.
Interesting. I wonder if it still has any innate power. Or if it could somehow be converted into another portable runestone, kind of like the sword, right?
I thought you were an art major.
She's a double major.
She's minoring in art or history.
Art history, that's 3. I'm a triple major, and I also teach.
We got this first one's puzzle to solve, but the last word is giving us trouble. Have you ever heard of Serenia?
Oh,
Serena
have
was
I?
the name of a mythical First One's hero. Although some of
Okay.
us think he was a real person.
Some of us also think the Elberon vase dates back only 1 millennia.
Damn, fucking got him. All right, so hold on. Serenia is a fabled hero, right? That fought alongside She-Ra, or I'm sorry, Her-Ra. She, her, hers, Ra. Damn it, where's they, Ra? We have He-Man, She-Ra. Where's they, Ra? Damn it. Shoutouts to my NB friends. But I'm just thinking, if there is a second, you know, I was just saying, I wonder if they can use that runestone shard to kind of, you know, refine it or whatever and make something akin to the Sword of Protection, right? And if there is supposed to be a second, I'm going to rewind it just a little bit just to hear what they said again. But from what I picked up, there was it was another warrior that fought alongside She-Ra, right? I believe they said him I think they said him for the pronouns, but Serenia sounds kind of like a traditionally female name. So part of my mind immediately went to Catra, like, oh, she's destined to be like the warrior that fights alongside, right? Given that she doesn't have any kind of innate kind of powers. But if the pronouns for the warrior are he, then potentially Bo. Who knows? There ain't a lot of guys in this series, folks. But let's back up real quick and just hear that again.
Serenia was the name of a mythical First One's hero. Although some of us think he was a real person.
Okay. I mean, their information hasn't been 100% accurate, so they could be wrong about the gender.
Everything from the first floor. There's lots more on the second.
Oh.
This is gonna take hours.
Hours,
Days.
maybe weeks.
Well, this one's about aqueducts, so it's mislabeled.
Damn.
Wait, you can read First One's writing?
Oh yeah, I'm a quadruple
Study
major.
Linguistics. It's a fifth major, or fourth major, losing count.
What does it say?
It says lunch.
Mom.
Oh no.
Oh no. The people who get like Japanese tattooed on their arms and it says like stupid white person, Baka Gaijin.
You can settle for us, Adora.
I don't know. Maybe I should help with the school project.
Oh.
But
I see where Bo gets it.
Great! Onward! Best research squad!
Once again, see where he gets it.
What's up with you? You have a secret family and you're supposed to be a historian?
I mean, they're not a secret family. They're his real family.
I feel like I don't know you at all.
Glimmer, you know everything about me. The real me.
Yeah.
I act like someone I'm not with my family because the truth would hurt them. I've tried to tell them before, but they don't want to hear it. So, I pretend.
And look where that's getting you. Right
This
back
was
here,
found
right?
In the same dig site as the runestone shard.
Ooh.
Thing is, we can't agree on what it is. So, what's it say?
It's an absolutely safe capsule.
This one's easy. This is a password to open it. It says Eternity.
Oh.
Oh, it's working!
Admin access granted. She-Ra.
It's
Oh shit.
Monster.
It's one of those like like they said at the dig site, right?
It's an elemental. This'll be a piece of cake.
Adora, wait!
For the honor of Grayskull!
She's been pronouncing things weird all day. Oh, thank God we got the abridged version. I didn't even have time to take a sip of tea.
Dora is a 6th major in She-Ra?
I mean, I think your parents would be into this at least.
Hey, leave her alone.
Yeah, once again, it did that thing.
Glimmer, I'm coming.
That thing I noted in the Swiftwind episode when he was really, really annoying. When he was doing the loop-de-loops, the screen kind of like darkened a little bit. And I was like, wonder if that's some kind of like anti-epilepsy thing. And I compared it to Earthbound when they re-released it. The same thing happened there as Glimmer was shooting off her sparkle balls, which that at least makes a lot more sense as far as like something to kind of mitigate epilepsy. But interesting that they're still kind of continuing. I mean, good on them for doing that, right? It's so rare that you see. Occasionally you'll watch something and it'll give a warning for flashing lights or something, but you know, if you're watching a movie and it gives you the thing at the beginning contains flashing lights, okay, when? This is an hour 45, 2-hour movie or something, right? So it's nice that they actually took the initiative to kind of build things into the episode to do it. I still don't understand it for the Swiftwind one in the other episode, but this one, definitely for sure, I could see that being an issue with her throwing off those sparkles. Damn, she's gotten a lot better with
They
it.
really get into their studies.
Oh, nice. Jumping through the hoop like that?
Are your friends princesses?
You are going to tell us what is happening right now, young man.
Right now, we have to act before the elemental turns on us. They only attack when they're trying to protect something.
They're trying to protect the runestone shard.
Who are you?
With God as my witness, he is broken in half.
Right now, you have to trust me.
Bo?
I mean, you did name me Bo after all, right?
Glimmer!
Got it. It's been really nice meeting you.
He's gonna be like, holy shit, I love magic now. You can do it, Bo. Oh no! Yo, that was the only thing holding him back. That's so fucking ridiculous. He looks good like that. I thought he was about to transform. I mean, he kind of did. His little transformation sequence, da 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 da, just rips off part of his shirt.
What is going on?
I mean, that's valid, actually.
I lied to you. There is no Academy of Historic Enterprises. I've been living at Brightmoon, fighting in the rebellion alongside Adora and Princess Glimmer.
See, was that so hard?
I'm not a shy bookworm. I'm not a genius like you two.
Far from it, actually.
This is who I am, and I can't lie about it anymore, even though I know I'm breaking your hearts.
You know, the hearts that are on your clothes. He just rips it off. I broke your heart. Aww.
What's breaking our hearts is the fact that you thought you had to lie about who you are.
Yeah.
If you feel like you belong in the rebellion, that's where you belong.
Oh, Bo.
Plus, I feel like I already know
Just
Glimmer
tell
from
us.
your
I
letters.
tried.
We had no idea you felt that way. We were just trying to encourage you to pursue your dreams. We thought.
And
we
now
were
he
being
is pursuing his
supportive
dream.
when
Also, I see where Bo gets it from. Oh,
This is a
Glimmer.
family hug, princesses. You're Bo's family too.
Aww. That's sweet as hell. Also, like, how fast they got over there. That was sweet.
On one of our missions, we received a message from an unknown source.
What does this pattern look like to you?
Ooh, I think you're right.
What is it?
Is it a map?
Look at it, Bo. Really look at it. What do you see?
Cross your eyes a little bit. Do the thing where you, like...
These aren't words at all, are they?
Oh, now you've got it.
With cosmic formations they called.
Stars.
The first
Oh,
one
yeah.
is
I forgot their
mapped
planet is,
and
like,
named
sucked into a void.
constellations after mythical heroes,
So they can't see it.
including Serenia.
Oh.
The constellation Serenia would only appear in summer and only over one place.
The Crimson Waste.
Then that
That's
You
where
can't
we
just
saw
go
that
to
glimpse in the
Crimson
other
Waste.
episode.
It's a no man's land, a giant lifeless desert.
Didn't you hear? It has the word waste in the title.
Lord Horda?
Yes, Force Captain.
Oh,
I wish
shit.
to
I
touch
forgot.
base, as you put it.
Everything is running smoothly.
Does this mean Shadow Weaver has been transferred to Beast Island?
Yes.
Yes, I sent her yesterday.
Damn it.
Just like you ordered. Believe me, we're never going to see her again.
Lost Shadow Weaver.
Fucking debated.
Shadow Weaver escaped. I have to
Look how happy he is.
learns the truth.
Little shit.
You lied to me.
Yep. And just as Bo learned to tell the truth to his dads, she's lying to her. Dad? Oh, shit.
I know your lax security allowed Shadow Weaver to escape. But worst of all, I gave you the chance to come clean. This was a test.
And you failed. Good lord. Whew. I know she's not dead, but I am afraid to see. Is this the reunion? That's the reunion. I waited the whole episode to figure out what we were reuniting here, and oops, turns out it was Shadow I forgot her name. See, that's the problem when a character has like two names, you kind of like forget. Shadow Weaver and Adora. I guess we're gonna pick right back up there, unless she, you know, isn't there when Adora wakes up, does not wake up Adora, and instead is like, that's for us to know, I'm watching you from the shadows. That was, you know, for us, and I know originally it wasn't intended to be a season finale, right? But for a season finale, I'm guessing Netflix just kind of arbitrarily cut it in half, right? Like I said, like, you kind of pick and choose. If it was me, someone at Netflix who was just kind of reviewing the season saying we're going to cut it in half, I would have cut it after the last one. I would have had Light Spinner be the finale because it was a big lore drop. It was a heavy episode. It feels okay. This is kind of a good place to start where we're kind of, you know, picking back up with the portal stuff. Shadow Weaver's out and about. We learn a lot more lore, but about a different thing, right? it was a good episode. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about the episode. I'm just complaining about Netflix's decisions to arbitrarily just like say this is a season and this is a season. Yeah, it was good. It was a lot of fun. It was, I think I said the words, I see where Bo gets it from, like several times throughout. Youngest of 13, I think they said. So I wonder if we're ever going to see any of his brothers. I don't know if they said it was all brothers or if there were some sisters as well. If we'll see any of his siblings in a later episode. I certainly hope we see his dads again. I think that they, spotty as their understanding of First One stuff might be, I feel like they could be a big help. I mean, they were a big help in this one at the end, but I feel like even with potential future stuff going on, I think that they would be a good help. I'd certainly love to see them again. They were a lot of fun. Though I'm still mad that one of them was named George and not named after some kind of a weapon. Even Dagger could be a name, right? Or it could be a nickname or anything, right? Like, I don't know. I've been thinking about Final Fantasy a lot recently, given the recent spoilers for the Magic the Gathering set. And so I've just kind of generally been thinking about like Final Fantasy stuff. And I just remembered that the princess in Final Fantasy IX went by the name Dagger for most of the game. Or at least that was the recommended name that you give her. But yeah, a bit of, like I said, the kind of A plots and B plots kind of mirror each other in different ways. Bo learned to tell the truth to his parents, while Catra refused to tell the truth to Hordak. And, with much different consequences. We see Bo getting very handsomely rewarded for coming clean to his dads. They learned where to go, what to do, even though they told them not to go. We still learned a lot, right? Things that will very much help us in our quest, allegedly. Meanwhile, Catra, we don't know her fate. Like I said, I'm assuming she's not dead because, I've seen thumbnails from other reactors later in the show with Catra in them. So I know that she's not dead. She might find herself inside of a prison cell as well. I don't know if they banish people in the Horde or just straight up execute them, but, things ain't looking good for her. And kind of the theme of season 2 is her just kind of slipping down and down. She was elevated so high at the end of season 1, and then every episode has just brought her down bit by bit. She still retains her title, but especially internally, she's been feeling like she doesn't deserve it or she's about to lose it, and now she seemingly has. So I'm curious to see where that's going to pick up, but also really curious to see what's in these crimson wastes, red wastes, whatever they called it. Yeah, overall solid episode. I don't feel like I have too much else to say. I probably talked too long about it already. I feel like this is one that people are just gonna, for the most part, say, well, that was fun. Anyway, moving on. But it was fun. For a first impression, it was a good one. Now, in the grand scheme of things, is it gonna stick with me more than some other episodes? Probably not gonna lie, but it certainly was a fun watch. I'll give it that. So, hey, in closing, what did you think of the episode? Please let me know in a comment below. Please congratulate me for getting through season 2. I'm probably a couple episodes into season 3 as you're seeing this over on the Patreon. To plug that one more time, don't forget to leave a like on your way out. And most of all, thank you for watching. And I'll catch y'all next time with the season 3 premiere of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Take it easy, everybody.